Hey guys, it's John. It's Tuesday night, wrapping up after a long day. Before I head home, I wanted to shoot you, make this quick video and send this out. Don't worry, this isn't a promotional thing. I'm not talking about the events going on in the office. In fact, this video is not being sent to any of my patients or my customer list. If you're getting this, that's because you're on a very short list of people I consider to be my Christian brother and sister. So this is a very special, very personalized video being sent to a select few people. Humor me, just listen to the video, watch the video for the next couple of minutes, and then shoot me your feedback. Something's been on my mind for about a year, maybe a little longer, and something's been bugging me in the back of my head that I should start a small group Bible study. And I think partly because I look around church on the weekends and I see, or it seems like people think that to be a Christian man, you kind of have to be emasculated and kind of timid and kind of wishy-washy. And I don't think that's what God intended for us, guys. I mean, if David was a man after God's own heart, I mean, look at the adventures he had. Look at the cojones that guy had. Yeah, he had some misadventures. He screwed up, goofed up, and he was still considered a man to be a man after God's own heart. How did that work? And I look at our culture and our society, things have changed a lot in the last couple of months, and I'm kind of an old-fashioned guy. I kind of have some old-fashioned values, and we're kind of in a society where, well, I guess it's okay for a woman to be a man to be a woman, a man to marry his donkey or act like one. I don't know. I don't seem to be understanding what's going on. But it raises a question in my mind, how am I supposed to be a man, a Christian, and how am I supposed to be a Christian man? And maybe some ladies have wondered, how are they supposed to be a Christian woman as well? And when I say I'm old-fashioned, please don't get mad at me. My dad cooked as many meals as my mom. We do dishes. The guys know that holidays we do the dishes. Actually, the guys usually do the cooking too. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about what's a man's job. In our family, I believe the man's role is to also be the protector. And I've been trying to teach my nephews that to be a gentleman, it's more than just opening the door for the lady or walking on the curbside of the street. There's more to that. You have to be the protector. That's what my sister looks to me as, looks to her husband, and what I'm trying to teach the nephews. Carl, the 16-year-old, a couple of years ago, took him out to the desert for a 2-day self-defense handgun class, and he did great. He did wonderful. All the instructors and the lead instructor were ex-military or police. They all had high compliments for the kid. And we talked about scenarios. We talked about what do you do in an active shooting situation at school. We talked about what do you do in this scenario and that scenario. We kind of role played. God forbid he ever needs to use it, but if he does, I pray to God that he's with him. I hope if I have to step up, I hope I'm the man that I'm supposed to be, and I hope you are too. And I think it's our role to protect the lady folks, but we can't always be around. And I think it's important for the ladies to learn how to defend themselves as well. So what's this got to do with anything? So when I was back in Michigan, the church I belonged to used to have a small group Bible study, believe it or not, called Pistols and Prayer. Take a moment, let that sink in, stop laughing. Yes, my small group Bible study was called Pistols and Prayer. I know right now there's 2 people at home watching this going, yee-haw, praise God and pass the ammo. To which I say, shut up, Matt and Brad, because I know where you live. And I'm pretty sure that Tim used that in a sermon, so it must be okay to say that. But yeah, our small group study would meet at the shooting range. It was outdoors in the backwoods of Michigan. We would have a half-hour Bible study, and then we would practice our marksmanship at the range. Obviously, since I moved to Chicago, we don't have that. What's that got to do with anything? About a year ago, there was an article in the newspaper that 2 gentlemen were going to open an indoor shooting range here in Mokina. It's going to have everything was going to be indoor. It's going to have a long gun range, several handgun ranges, going to have a little conference room for meetings, all these other types of amenities. I thought, perfect. What better place to have a Pistols and Prayer small group Bible study? One problem. It's not built. I keep driving by the location. They haven't even broken ground. And it wasn't just going to be for the guys, it was going to be for the guys and the gals, because Maybe we have wives or girlfriends or daughters or nieces, and we want to bring them together, study the Word, and then help them with marksmanship, help them with self-defense, and help them with, personal protection, things like that. We got a really goofy society. I mean, we got people trying to blow us up. We got such craziness going on right now. And I think everybody has the right to learn how to protect themselves. So I thought it was a great idea, but it seems like nothing is falling into place. And I said, okay, well, I'll wait until they build this range. It's not getting built. It's been over a year. I think it was the weekend after Father's Day. I can't remember the message, but Tim's sermon, every other point, it was like the Holy Spirit was smacking me in the back of the head and saying, kid, what are you waiting for, dummy? Get going. Just because things aren't working out perfectly doesn't mean you don't start. Okay, fine. So after that weekend, I thought, okay, whatever Tim's preaching and saying, it's sinking in and hitting home. So I started doing some research into DVD small group kind of studies because I don't want to be the facilitator. I don't want to have to be the group leader. DVDs are much better. But I started looking at them, and the only exciting, adventurous ones were focused at guys. John Eldredge, who wrote Wild at Heart, has an 8 DVD program called Band of Brothers. And if you don't know what Band of Brothers is, you should turn in your man card. Everybody should know who Easy Company is. You should know what that's about. But he called his small group Band of Brothers, and yeah, there was some getting in touch with feelings and crying and stuff like that, but there was also some trap shooting, some fly fishing, some whitewater rafting, some riding horses, none of which I have in my office or around me. And I thought, well, I kind of think that excludes the ladies. How can we incorporate them? Well, there's another program. The Duck Dynasty guys, the Robertsons, have Faith Commander. Again, small group guys Bible study. Well, how can we incorporate the ladies? So what my thought is, and what I'm looking for feedback on is I'd like to start a small group Bible study in my office. I've got a finished downstairs. I've got TV. I've got DVD player. We can start through the Band of Brother DVD program. I don't know how long it'll go. Maybe it'll just be the 8 weeks. Maybe it'll go longer. It depends on if people are interested or not. But I thought, what can we do to incorporate things for the ladies? And we can do some field trips. I do have a couple of contacts at a trap shooting range where we can go shoot some trap and some skeet. We can go to an indoor handgun range and practice our marksmanship or help teach our friends and teach our the lady folks in our family how to shoot. And I have a friend who owns a martial arts school, and I haven't talked to him yet, but we may be able to convince him to come up to my office and teach us some self-defense, or maybe if there's too many of us, we can go down to his office. I'll have to talk to him. But there's got to be some way that we can incorporate the ladies into this as well. I don't know where to start. I mean, I think that's a good place to begin. I'm looking for feedback. So if you can shoot me an email back, that would be great. If I don't get any feedback, then I'm not doing it. It's not hard, but there is some work involved in getting things planned. If there are enough people who are interested and say, yes, I want to do it, then I'll put it together. I'm thinking probably on Sunday afternoon is probably the most available time for people. It is the summer. People are on vacations. It may be hit or miss. Maybe we do it in the fall before it gets too cold and nasty outside. I don't know. I'm looking for some feedback. So if this sounds interesting to you, or if you know somebody who this might sound interesting to, let them know. Send me some emails. Couple of things I want to go over. What this isn't. This isn't affiliated with any particular church. The people on this email list are from all sorts of different churches, not one in particular. Personally, I don't care what people think about me, but I'm not sure what people think about this kind of thing being associated with the church. So this is just a group of my friends, non-denominational, no church affiliation or no specific church affiliation. It's just a bunch of guys and a bunch of gals getting together, study God's Word, and learn more about personal defense. It's also, we're not running around the woods like a militia, and we're not going to sit in a circle and beat on drums. That's not what this is about either. I'd like to think we have a little more class than that. So shoot me an email, send me some feedback, tell me what you think. Looking to start on a Sunday afternoon in a week or two and go from there. Thanks for your time. Have a great day.